Good news. I read yesterday that Pope Francis, the leader of the Roman Catholic Church, said that transgender people can be baptized in the church, can be godparents to people being baptized, and can be baptized themselves, which is huge progress in terms of church thinking around LGBT people. As I read that, I also thought about some of our tradition here in Rochester with the church reaching out to marginalized people, including people with HIV and AIDS and LGBT people. And our former Bishop Matthew Clark came to mind because of his ministry with people with AIDS, wrote a pastoral letter, which was a sort of a document that set the stage for the diocese, the local churches, around doing a ministry to people with HIV and AIDS in those very early days of the AIDS crisis. He also held masses for people with AIDS and their families, as well as LGBT people. And I remember in 2016, when Trillium Health gave Matthew Clark our Founders Award for community service, he said that the church is a refuge for people and likened it to a field hospital during wartime. So he was really right there with people, well, certainly ahead of the curve, because he had a lot of backlash from the Vatican at that time. So his work was noticed and was not favorable with church leaders. So, but he took the heat and did what needed to be done. The other part about the history with the church and HIV in Rochester is that in those early days of the AIDS crisis, we also took care of a large number of priests and seminarians with HIV/AIDS. Some people were right here from the area, but there was a large number of people from the New York City area who came to Rochester and lived here and received medical care, and we took care of those patients right at Strong and at Community Health Network when we opened in 1989. So it was very early days. Priests and seminarians with HIV or AIDS in the New York City area, it was thought that they really couldn't get good care because of the stigma associated with HIV/AIDS at the time, especially in a priest. So they came to Rochester, where the climate was a little more favorable. And I think that Bishop Clark helped lay the groundwork for a lot of that. So as I thought about it yesterday, I thought, well, Matthew, nice job.